Today I'm gonna be doing things a little bit differently. I am going to use this up. I want it to be gone, but I don't want to get rid of it. Does that make sense? I don't want to waste it. And I need to practice, right? Which is why I have this sketchbook. So I figured I could practice in my sketchbook, use this up, and then I won't feel like I've wasted anything. I want this whole thing to be empty. I want it to be gone. Mostly because it's gonna dry out anyway. So far, it's been pretty decent. I mean, look, I haven't used this in a while. By a while, I mean maybe a couple weeks. And before that, a couple more weeks. And before that, a couple more weeks. So it's been, you know, it's been a few months since I've actually opened this. And it's still pretty wet in here. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it will dry out, and I don't want it to completely dry out because then I've heard that there can be issues with trying to re-wet it. Not for all gouache, apparently. Apparently this gouache is different than other gouaches, which, you know, I want to find out, but I don't want to buy new gouache until I've used up this gouache. If I buy more gouache and I like that better than this, then I'm never going to use this again, and then it's just going to go wasted, and I don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste it. So what I'm going to do, where am I going to put this? See, this is another thing. This thing's like huge, and it's like, where the heck am I going to put this at? You know what I mean? I have limited space I'm dealing with. Okay, hopefully the paper in this is decent enough. This is yet another sketchbook. So I've got a couple of different sketchbooks. I know this is side tangent, right? So if you've seen some of my other videos, mostly I use this one. It's Artica. I do my acrylic painting in this, and it works really well for acrylic painting. But when I tried out the HIMI gouache, number one, I just didn't know what the heck I was doing with it. But I felt like it was weird, so I used my watercolor sketchbook. I use for mostly watercolor, but I've been trying out the gouache on it, and it does pretty good. So yeah, but this is kind of a nicer sketchbook, and this is watercolor paper, so it's 300 GSM, so it's really thick paper, and it's good for watercolor. So I kind of want to keep this for my watercolor, and it's very small. I mean, okay, it's about the same size as that one. But anyway, there's not that many pages in it compared to this one. And this one was kind of cheaper, to be honest. So I think this will be good. Since it's a messing around kind of sketchbook, I figured I would use this one to tackle these paints. Okay, makes sense? Hopefully, yes. I might have to voice this over, but that's just how it goes, right? Anyway, and I'm going to use all of this so that I can kind of clean this off because there's a lot of dried paint on here. Let me just get it wetted. Yes. And I'll spray these too, just because. So while that's getting hydrated, let's just start on the first page. First page is weird, you know? It's like, oh, I don't want to, because it's going to be the first thing you see, and then if it's bad, then you're going to be like, bleh. I don't want to go any farther. But anyways, ramble. I'm going to use a big brush. And I think to start with, I'm just going to kind of be a little intuitive and see where it goes from there. So let me take some of this. Most of this is paint from my Studio Ghibli video that I did. It wasn't like a super pretty Studio Ghibli scene. Most of the Studio Ghibli painting videos that you see are really pretty scenes, so they're very popular. But I kind of like, you know, not that I like odd, I don't know, I like different kind of stuff. Pretty is nice, but the scene that I painted is like really crazy, and there's so many little trinkets in it and everything, and it's just kind of all over the place. So far, this paper's doing okay. It's doing a lot better over here than over here because this is completely glued down to the cover, and this side is not. But it's doing okay. It's hanging in there. I'm not really sure like what I'm doing. If you're as confused as I am right now, then you're right on track. I'm getting landscape vibes. Definitely getting landscape vibes. Since I'm getting landscape vibes, let's go ahead and just lean on into that. I really put way too much paint on this palette. Each time I use it, I feel like I put way too much down. I love this green color. So far, I've got a sky, I've got a background, but let's put some little shrubbery trees. Hope you can see. Yeah, is that better? I think that's better. Not so much going out of focus anymore, which is what I want. This is just kind of stuff in the background, right? Little trees and sticks and whatnot. Not really trying too hard to make it perfect. When you have a tree line, usually you have the trees and then underneath the trees, and underneath the trees needs to be darker because there is shadow up under here. And that's a little bit too brown. You don't want it to be too colorful because it is also in the distance. If it's colorful, usually more colorful stuff is up front. I don't know why I just did that, but and then I can make some of these a little bit darker. Trees that have fallen down or whatever. When you're doing trees, don't make them all stand straight up and down. Go in every which ways. This almost looks like a lake, and then all the stuff that's up by the water. Who knows? Maybe it will be. We're figuring it out together. All right, I'm gonna do something a little bit different and crazy, okay? Oh, well. All right, I think I'm gonna let that dry. Just 1 second. All right, so it is dry. Upon returning to this page, for some reason, today is Paint a Shoebill Day. A shoebill is a bird with a really big bill that looks kind of like a shoe, and I'm guessing that's how it got its name, the shoebill. They're super cool birds, and they're huge. And I think it's some kind of a crane, but they're pretty cool. They make really cool sounds with their bill. And they just look really like prehistoric bird type thing. Anyway, I'm going to paint one here. Question is, where do I want it at? Do I want it right in the middle with his head here? Or do I want him just over here? Decision. I'm gonna do a little bit more roughage in here. Everything's more fun when you add more color. Maybe I should do the bird first. Let's do the bird first. How about that? My bird's gonna be blue, and I can always lighten my bird. We want bird body coming down this way, and the bill's gonna come that way, and then it's gonna come back and then come down like that. All right, bird body. Bird body. Taking forever to get re-wet. See, this is why I don't want to let my stuff just dry up, because yeah, you can still use it, but then it's gonna be super watered down and almost like watercolor. All right, so his head is quite big and his neck comes back around this way. So kind of like that. And that. All right, so we're coming down at least this far with the bill, and it gets rounded here. So I'm just gonna round that here. Like that. Look, the more you mess with it, the more it just shows through. That's way too much water. Try to start with these feathers. These feathers are very like triangle pattern to them. I need to let that dry. There we go. Okay, so from this point on in the video, I am so focused and I'm talking underneath my breath, so you really can barely hear what I'm actually saying. But I'm basically talking about how weird gouache is in general, which seems to be a trend whenever I use gouache. I will say the more I've used it, the more I am kind of figuring it out, and it's becoming less of a pain to work with. I still am not completely sold on it, but I am giving it the good old try, and I really do want to use up this entire container. And I'm not really sure how long it's going to take me to do, but I'm definitely going to keep filming it, keep putting some videos together. Hopefully the next ones will have more than just one full spread. When I filmed this video, I had planned on doing a couple of pages so that you could have, you know, a couple of things to kind of watch me speed through. I'm excited about it. I hope y'all are excited about it. And I have something that you could help me with. Because I'm going to be painting a lot, I need ideas of what to paint. So if you wouldn't mind, leave me a comment. Tell me something that you would like to see me paint. And it can be anything. It can be something real, something fantasy, something weird. I don't care. Give me your suggestions. I'd really appreciate it. And if you've watched this far, please like my video if you liked it. And if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. That way my channel's easier for you to find. I know videos can get lost on YouTube, and if you don't remember who you watched, it's really hard to look that person back up. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Let me know your thoughts on it. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.